Okay, welcome everybody. My name is Lee Goldstein. I'm the trading director at 10 Minute Trades. And before we start, just let me know you can hear me and you can see my picture, and I'm going to get started. Okay, so welcome everybody. Thanks for your time today. And before we get started, how about a heads up? Where are you checking in from? And how's your summer been going? Have you been having a good time this summer? You've been relaxing? You've been working? Let me know where you're coming from, what city, state, country. Let me know where you are. I'm just curious, all the people that are here, what part of the world you're in. Okay, Pat, you're in Pat, where in Pennsylvania are you from? Because I'm in Pennsylvania. So I'm outside of Philly, where you can't breathe the air these days. Okay, out in Pittsburgh. Okay. And Bosnia for Alex. Okay. That's nice and far. So just type in a few and we'll get started. I just like to see where everybody's from. I hope everyone's having a great summer. I've been having a good summer. It's been hot, very, very lousy air, but other than the fact that the world's on fire, it's been a pretty good summer. Just a reminder that it is possible to lose money trading futures. So obviously, don't trade money you cannot afford to lose. Trade carefully. That's our risk disclosure. So please be careful when you're trading. And the reason we're here today is very honestly, last week when we finished the jobs report, and I would say 90% of everybody that traded the jobs report in our trade room made money on Friday. So I decided to make a video, and I was just going to make a video going over some of the most recent trades that we had. And I just started looking at the past month, month and a half, and I realized that we had a fabulous month and a half. Now, a lot of you know that we just finished a very big summer sale. We had a great sale. We had our fourth challenge. We've been doing educational challenges to get everybody involved so we could teach about the way that we trade. And I looked at all the trades that I was going to make this video, and Eric decided, you know what? Let's open up our sale again, but make it even better than what it was for the summer. Because summer, July is always a big time for us to add new members, and then we do it again in December. It's just a tradition at 10 Minute Trades. So we want to talk about how we really did well in the markets in July and how you could take advantage of learning this method, trading with us, expanding your membership if you're already a member. So that's the true point of what we're doing here. But I want to show you some trades. I want to show you some weekly market schedules and how we did on all the events. No hiding. Nothing is hidden away. If you know me, you know it's always the truth. So my goals today are going to be to go over the performance. That's the most important thing. So let's start. There were really almost 5 weeks that we're talking about. And we started back, obviously, in the beginning of July. So, as you know, or if you don't know, if you're not a member, every week we send out a weekly schedule. And on that weekly schedule, we have our trade room schedule, okay? And we have the events that we're going to be trading in the middle. And sometimes we have events that we're just keeping an eye on, and they may be called watched events. Okay? So not every event, just because it's automatically on the schedule, gets traded in the trade room. And there are some events that if they take place at 2 in the morning, I might not trade them in the trade room because I don't always get up at 2 in the morning to trade every single event. So there could be extra events that I didn't trade that could have been winners as well. And there were, and I'll explain. And there could also be losers, of course, that I didn't trade. So I want to go over the real month, what happened. Now I'll do it quickly. But if you look at the first week of July, we had a Chinese manufacturing report. It was the first week of the holiday, July 4th. We would never have traded that report because it was July 2nd on a Sunday. So that was a no trade. Whether it was a winner or a loser, I will not take credit for that event because we would not have traded it because of the day and the date. And then we had on July 3rd, the ISM manufacturing report. We send out a trade report for that event. So that's an event that if you traded it, it was a winner. But that is not calculated in my totals because we did not have a trade room for that event because it was July 3rd. And then also July 4th, the Australian rate statement. We did not have a trade room because it was July 4th. Also, a winner, we did send out a trade report so that anybody that wanted to trade it could still have a proper setup. Also, a very, very good winner, not calculated in my totals. Okay. So I'm not trying to pad my totals, but I'll tell you something. Every year I learn something new, and I will never take those big reports off again. Um, the markets have changed, and even though it was holiday trading, the big reports are just showing that in these current markets, the big reports are still very tradable, even if it's a holiday. FOMC meeting minutes, we did not get a fill. That means our setup didn't get filled for whatever reason. API, I'm not going to take advantage or credit for any of the winning API trades because the API report, if you're a member, you know that we have not been recommending that report. And that's a big concept that you have to understand if you're going to trade with us. Just because we automatically send out a daily trade report doesn't mean that's an automatic trade no matter what. Our DNA, the whole way that you can make money with us, trade the reports that give you the best possibility of profit. And that's what we really stuck to very strongly in July and in the beginning of August as well. So the API reports, even though they've been working really well, not taking credit for it. ADP in July was a winner. Unemployment claims after ADP, we recommended no trade. ISM was a winner with jolts. Natural gas and oil are not in our plan for trading live. No need to get into it right now, but those are inconsistent reports always through the years. Some people trade them, but they are not the way to make money because they're too inconsistent. So if you really want to make money, you're better off watching those. The US jobs report, that's a family money trade. Of course, we trade it. It was a winner. And if you wanted to trade Canada's employment report, I don't trade it. I did not add that to my totals, but that had a good trade back in July. So that was week one in July. Week two in July, the week of the 9th. And I did the same thing, and I'll go through these quickly. It's really just to give you an idea of how good the past month and a quarter has been. We had a British report, July 11th, 2 in the morning was a sweet winner. Um, Core CPI was a winner. Bank of Canada was a winner. WASD was flat. 10-year bond auction, a loser. The bond auctions have been awful. We're not recommending that people trade them right now. 30-year was a loser. And then our earnings trades, most of them have been excellent. Preliminary University of Michigan in July was a loser. University, UNH, the health company, was a nice earnings winner, a new one. But you could see way more winners than losers. Three losers that week. That was week two. Then we go to week three in July, the week of the 16th. We started with, I remember that Monday morning, we started with a loss, Empire State Manufacturing. We came back for the NOPA Crush report. That's a new report we've been trading. An oilseed report. That's been a nice winner. Bank of America, no trade. So earnings, what happens with earnings trades? We do a lot of experimenting on earnings. Sometimes you get no fill, sometimes you get no moves. So many earning trades, they have no event that takes place, and we're just trying to add more and more earnings events. So this particular month, we did a lot of experimenting. We had mostly winners of the new ones that we're looking to add. Goldman Sachs we're adding. 20-year bond was a no trade. Core retail sales was a winner. If I go down the list, Tesla earnings, we did not have a trade, so I'm not adding profits to that, but some members traded it. Australia jobs report was a trade setup winner. I did not trade it because I was not available that evening. So just, I want to be totally honest in terms of transparency. If we didn't trade it physically as a company, I'm not adding it to my totals. Even if it was a winner with members trading it live or we know the trade report worked, I'm only adding the real trades that we took live. American Express earnings was a winner. Core retail sales at the end of July. That was Canada, no trade. But you could see again, very, very few losers that second week, third week of July. So another really good week. And then the fourth week of July, if I had gotten up early in the morning to trade our Euro, what we call our European trades, I would have had some awesome, awesome trades. They were all winners. The British flash manufacturing port was a winner. German and French were winners. Our flash manufacturing was a winner. Spotify earnings, no trade. GM earnings was a winner. CB Consumer Confidence, nice winner. Alphabet Microsoft, almost flat, very tiny winner. Snap, I had no trade. API again, no trade for me. Australia's CPI was a loser. And then you go through the whole list: advanced GDP, the euro, main refi rate, McDonald's earnings. We had a small Honeywell earnings loss. Facebook, huge winner. University of Michigan, winner. So you could just see again the fourth week in July, another great week. And then let's go to our final week, and I'll get my slides back on. The final week, end of July, early August, just because here's the thing: we're starting out August just like we started July. So the last week of July, Chinese manufacturing, non-manufacturing, we did not trade it. Chicago PMI, that's a new event. We will be trading it again uh, next month. It's had three really good winners in a row. It's ready for prime time. Chinese manufacturing, we had a tiny winner. Australia rate, small winner. Caterpillar and Uber earnings, we had no trades. ISM manufacturing jolts was a winner. You just go down the list. ADP was a winner. Australia trade balance was, we were watching it. Qualcomm was a $30-40 loss. Unemployment claims a winner. Bank of England a winner. Amazon monster winner. Apple, I had no trade. Kind of left some money on the table with Apple. And Friday's non-farm payroll was a great winner. So, we're not making it up. These are trades that we trade live in the room. So it's not like I'm showing you fake trades. You're watching us trade in the trade room, obviously with real money. I don't trade simulated on the trades that we say, I'm trading this live. We mean live, real money. We don't mean simulated like some other rooms do. So look, my goal was to show you the performance of all four of those weeks and to give everybody an opportunity to come and join with us, starting immediately to get into the swing of the trading. These are my real brokerage statements, okay, going back to the end of June, okay, the last day of June. My brokered statement was 24,593. August 4th, my statement was 29. So it went from 24 to over 29 in a very short period of time. 30 days, that's the trend, over 30 days. Okay. $4,300 in profits. It's an 18% return since July 1st. Now, look, total transparency, every month isn't going to be 18%. Some months aren't great, other months are more flat, but trading has been very good for more than a month. It's not just that it's been a month, but trading is just in a very good cycle. But there are important things that people need to know so that you can make the trading work in your favor. Okay. And that's why we wanted to do what we're doing today. So, for a very limited time, you can join our Pro Trade Room and be a member. And in the trade room, we do all of the following things. We go over our daily market movers, okay? We go over our range trades. We have a variety of different styles of trade setups. We have range trades, we have specialized reversal trades called trap trades. Of course, most of you know that we have tons of earnings trades. We have a mobile app, okay, where you can basically you don't trade on the mobile app, but it gives you a heads up. You could listen to the trade room, and we also send alerts so you know when we're going to be in the trade room. And in the trade room to me is probably it's probably the most important element of our service because everything takes place in the trade room. We go over the current market. So, we're listening to the news at the exact moment that it's taking place. We're constantly letting people know what's going on in the markets, constantly coaching, going over the setups, watching previous recordings, recommending whether or not a trade is super risky, moderately risky, should it be taken, how did it do last month, what's the setup for the trade. These are all the things we're constantly going over in the trade room. How to enter the trade using our software, teaching about a number of contracts you might want to trade. We practice in our trade room and show you how to practice. It's just nonstop. Last second changes to our reports. If the market requires it and we need to make a change, it's done in the trade room. And we have extra setups. We have trades in the trade room that we don't send out. In other words, if you don't come into the trade room, you might not know about it. You would not know that we're thinking of trading Chicago PMI if you didn't come into the trade room. But if you do come in, you now have a setup for Chicago PMI. So there's so much extra to gain by coming into the trade room. That's why, to me, it's the most important element in our service. Workshops take place in the trade room, just constant education. Okay. So for this summer, I want to show you some trades, just a couple of trades, real live trades, and I'll answer any questions that are shooting through as well. So Zia is asking, is that a one contract results? No, Zia. So it varies. The way that I generally trade in the trade room is like a beginner to moderate retail trader, 1 to 4 contracts at the most, mostly 2 contract trades, sometimes 3, plenty of times 1, plenty of times micros also. So we're not taking huge trades in our trade room to pad our results. Okay, that's not what we do. I'm not looking for fake. Okay, I'm looking for truth so that I can help you to get the best results that you can get. That's not why I'm here. I don't need to fake it because life is too short. I'm just not willing to do it. So let me just show you a couple of awesome trades that we took recently. And I'll show you a couple of little ones also. But the best part of what we do, honestly, is not my trade. It's when you all send me a trade. And when I get screenshots or videos from members, that's like the best thing that could happen. So here's a trade that we took the night off, and our member used our setup, and here's what happened to him. It was the Australia rate statement at the beginning of August. I take back what I just said. This was the recent trade. I had a small winner, and sometimes a member will do better than me. And this was a trade where he had a fantastic winner. He got a great fill. This is a live, real trade in his trading account. And when his Australia rate statement was over, he had a profit. Like here's his profit showing up right here. Price explodes down. When the trade was over, let's get it over so we don't have to spend the whole day watching it. But when his trade was over, his account was over $600 profitable. Okay. And when he started the trade, he was up 160 bucks. So he made about $450 on that Australian trade, live real money. Okay. So that's one particular trade that our member made and sent us the trading screen. And that's fantastic. The way that our system works, just to go over it very briefly, we have an trade report called the DMM, the Daily Market Mover. We email these reports to our members the day before an event. So this was consumer confidence, a report that we trade every month. This was July's DMM, and all our members received this information. This yellow line is the trade setup, how to use our software and trade that report. That particular event was a very, very nice winning trade. Let me show you that event. So the idea is our members get a report on how to set up the trade the day before. So if they want to look at previous reports, do a little testing, they know what to do because they know what the trade's going to be. So this was July 25th, our trade room stream. These are my charts. I was trading gold. It was a real live trade, July 25th. And you could see what happens. The price explodes to the downside. The trade's over in less than 4 seconds, and I made $480 on that trade. Let me show it to you again because it's very fast. We are trading the gold futures using the NinjaTrader platform with our JOBB software, which installs into the NinjaTrader platform. It explodes to the downside, the gold futures, and I have almost an immediate profit, $480. That was consumer confidence, and that was in July. These are all obviously recent, honest trades. Then, as the month wore on, we started doing our earnings trades. And, some earnings trades are small, they're not like $1 million winners. Let me see if I can show you. I want to show you like a medium size earnings trade rather than, I'll show you a couple of different ones. So we had an American Express earnings trade, and we get up early in the morning to do these. Sometimes the markets are doing earnings at 6 in the morning, 6:30. American Express has a 7 o'clock report, and we use a certain type of a setup that we call a range trade. Now, when we trade earnings, we also have tools that help us. We look at my Thinkorswim charts, and I'm actually looking at the American Express stock chart. So that helps us to determine when the earnings get released, because earnings are different than news. They're not always released at a specific time. They often give you an approximate time. So we have to come up with very clever setups that allow us to trade when we don't know the exact time it's going to come out. American Express, we had a range trade. So we create a time based range. And then what happened is the earnings came out. We were trading the YM because we felt that the YM instrument would move on American Express. It was a small winner that actually I left some money on the table, but that's okay. We had a small winner. We caught part of the move, and that was a new trade for us, American Express earnings. And we made, 55 bucks. Still, it was a potential $100 trade per contract, worth getting up for because the idea is learning about American Express and what happens on their earnings because there's going to be another American Express earnings trade next quarter. And then let me show you one more trade. I'll show you one of the bigger earnings trades. We had Amazon. Both Amazon and Facebook were fabulous this quarter. Facebook, here's my profit screen. We made over 1,200 bucks on Facebook. Let me see if I'll show you that trade. Facebook's been a very, very reliable earnings trade for quite a while now. Members make money on it. We make money on it. We have a great setup, a very safe setup for Facebook. And they tend to release their earnings very reliably. In other words, we can usually count on the time that they release their earnings so that we can do a very simple trade setup to grab profit when Facebook releases their earnings. So we put our orders on the chart at a certain time, and then what happens is you'll see these little X's are going to show up on the chart. Those little X's are the orders that our software puts on the chart. And again, it's a very specific time that I'm expecting Facebook to release their earnings. There's our orders. The earnings come out, the price explodes, and in a matter of a second or two, that's all I was in the market, couple of seconds, we had a $1,225 profit. Facebook earnings, a very, very successful earnings trade. That's a trade that I take every quarter, no matter what. I'm going to take that trade. All right. And also, don't forget that our members are taking it with us. So it's the idea is not for me to make money. The idea is for you to learn how to make money. Now, one more because it's kind of interesting. Have anybody here ever heard of NOPA? Do you even know what NOPA is? The National, I don't even remember what it is. The Association of, let's look what it is because I forgot. But let's put it this way, it's an oil seed trade. So it's a grain trade that one of our members told me about. He said, hey, check this out and you're going to have an awesome trade. The National Oilseed Producers Association, that's what it stands for. So there's a future for oilseed. It's ZL, okay? And it's got enough volume that it can be traded. So there is a schedule when that particular report is being released. It comes again next month, next week, Tuesday. We'll be trading it live. And here's the trade we took in July. It's a monthly report. And it's not a very stressful trade. It's one of those trades that, you're just not nervous when you're taking it. It's not super fast like a giant earnings trade. But you could see that we're getting ready. We're looking at oil seed futures. Our orders go on the chart. The news comes out. It doesn't immediately go our way. And in fact, the trade pulls back, our stop keeps us safe in the report and in the trade, and then the price explodes to the upside, and we have over $200 profit on that trade. That is the National Association, Oilseed Producers Association. Who would even think that that could be an event that a person could trade? But that's what we try to do here at 10 Minute Trades. Our members recommend things that we could check out. We set up these our software so we can trade these events. And of course, we do all of the other events, all of the normal jobs reports, wage price index coming up next week for Australia, one of our favorite reports, a family money trade coming up next week. So the whole idea is we had such a great August. We want to make our service available for everyone in a way that there's no possible way that you can't afford to do this. We want to offer 12 months of the trade room, and we call it Trade Room Plus. The value for 12 months of the trade room is $5,964. We also have two gifts we're going to add to the offer and a whole bunch of bonuses to package into the summer offer. I mean, I can't, you know that I don't like to do the selling. It's not what I specialize in. I like to spend my time in the trade room doing all the teaching. But I knew Eric had to do something else today. He wasn't available. And I wanted to do this because it's the immediacy that's important. The trades have been so good that I just, instead of just making a video saying, hey, this is how good trading's been, I told Eric, I said, let's open up our sale again so that people could join. Why not? But we decided to do it differently and make it easier to join. So here's what we're doing. A year of the trade room. We're going to give you our free earnings masterclass. That was a whole webinar that we did on earnings, a really good tutorial on how to trade earnings. Also, we have 7 other bonuses that we wanted to make part of this offer. The 10 minutes mastery class, okay, bonus number 1, of course you need the daily market movers. It's almost impossible to trade with us if you don't get the reports. Now, if you come into the trade room, you could probably get by without the reports. But if you get the daily market mover reports, you know what we're doing and you know a lot of the events, what the setups are going to be. So we're including the daily market movers in the subscription. We have a quick start class that starts from beginning for beginners who don't even know how to set up a brokerage account. That's a tutorial on how to get going if you've never traded our system before. Bonus number 3, a trading roadmap one-on-one call with Eric. Okay, that's got a really nice value on it. Bonus number 4, we have a 5-week on-demand trading class on appointment-based trading. That has a very nice value on it. So far, here's what you get. You get bonus 4 is a 5-week appointment-based trading class. Module 1 in that class has breakout trades, trap trades. Module 2, family money trades, trading micros. Module 3, market opens, range trades, stock earnings reports, reversals, second peaks. Bonus number 5 is a family money trades workshop that we recorded this year. Another excellent class that we did explaining about the family money trades. And then bonus number 6 is every class that we have on earnings to us is an earnings workshop. We have also previous earnings workshops that we recorded that if there's a specific earnings workshop you really want, like for instance, you really want to know what to do with Apple, we could send you the workshop we did on Apple. But basically, if you understand that our trade room is a constant workshop, I mean, that's the honest truth. You come into the trade room, we go over everything from start to finish on how to take the trade on that particular event. So here's what we're including in this offer. 6 months of the software. That's my gift, Eric's gift, and Jay's gift. 6 months of the software valued $1,782. My gift is the earnings masterclass because that was a class that we gave on how to do earnings because earnings has been my thing. It's just something I really came up with, a special way to do earnings with futures. We're not trading the stocks. Remember, we're trading futures in NinjaTrader using our software on earnings. Then we've got the main offer, which is 12 months of the trade room, 12 months of the daily market movers, quick start, the 2023 trading roadmap call with Eric, the 5 week trading masterclass, the family money trade workshops, the earnings workshops, and then there's also a private 10-minute trades website. We've got classes on the website and videos for a total value $21,389. And folks, really, all we're charging is a one charge of $199 and then $99 a month. All you have to do is go to www.10mtplus.com. This is the website. It's going to expire Friday at midnight, okay? And this is the screen that you go to. I mean, it's a ridiculous deal. One good earnings trade can pay for the whole class. One jobs report could pay for three of the months, okay? It's just such a fair price for everything that we offer. It's a way to get involved with us. A payment of 199 and then 99 a month, okay? And it will keep going until you let it expire. When it expires, then, it's back to our regular retail prices. So let me just go through everything else. If there's any questions that anybody wants to ask, I want to make sure that you understand that we have a personal guarantee. It's our bend over backwards guarantee. After you finish our quick start and try real hard, if you can't get the software set up, I'll personally help you to set it up. After you go through the master class and practice, if you're still having trouble, I'll work with you in the trade room and go over how to do things. I can send you videos to help you. I don't think I've ever had someone who, if they wanted to know how to do this, was not able to do it. In other words, everybody that I've helped was able to learn if they wanted to. So look, there's no excuses. It's very fair priced. www.10mtplus.com. I've just spent 45 minutes going over everything. Does anybody have any questions? So Pat is asking, is it varies, Pat? Sometimes their one cancels the other trades. Sometimes we have trades where we enter in a discretionary manner using our software, but our bracket trades are generally one cancels the other. If you go in long, it will cancel the shorts. So it's true some of the time, but it's not the only way that we trade. So, folks, it's a fantastic, fantastic offer. I'm not making up how well we have been doing with trading. It's a great opportunity to take advantage of our system at a very, very reasonable price. So we wanted to open up this sale to everybody. All of these things are included: the family money trades, live trading room, JOBB version 10, myself. I really care. I'll really work hard to help you do this. It's a complete system, everything you need to trade the news. All you have to do really is spend 1 to 3 hours a week coming to some of the trade rooms. You're hardly ever in the markets for more than a few minutes. Okay, so you make a decision. You could change your life and learn a totally different way of trading. You've got two options: do nothing, do not take a leap of faith, keep doing what you're doing, or you could make a small investment in yourself compared to all the things we're offering, right? All the time you'll get back because you don't have to sit and watch the markets for 20 hours a day, and give our system a try. It's really, I am not a special, unbelievable trader. I was a musician. I stumbled onto 10-minute trades. You know, they used to be called Joe Brackett Breakout, and then we were called the News Traders for a while. You know, we never changed our name because we were running from something. We were always just looking for the best name that would describe exactly what we do, and that's how we wound up with 10-minute trades. So, folks, www.10mtplus.com. We're including the software. There's nothing that you need above and beyond what we're doing. Everything that we do is available in the trade room. We're not asking you to go into debt. It's a very reasonable cost to what we're doing. You know, you could you could spend $199 on a hard drive for your computer, an external drive, and you could put it into our system, 199 to start, and then just $99 a month for everything. There's no extra charges. There's no extra things that you have to buy. You know, understand please though that Ninja Trader, you have to be a Ninja Trader licensed user, okay? Because we use the Ninja Trader platform. That's the platform that we use. And here's a couple of questions. It's too expensive. I don't have the money. I mean, I don't have to say honestly, $199. If that's too expensive, then are you do you have enough money to trade would be the question I would ask. If you think 199 is too much for the education that we give, then we are not the right place. That's the honest truth. What if you're a lifetime JOBB license holder? You're still getting all our bonuses, all the trading setups, all the trade rooms. It's still a steal and a half. What if you're expiring soon? If you're expiring soon, we will let you pay the 199, and if you're expiring in 3 to 4 months, we'll hold this price till you expire, and then you can keep going for the 99 a month, but you have to make the 199 payment before Friday expires. I don't have enough time to trade. That's probably not a great excuse for us because we are probably taking less time trading than any other trade room that you could ever be involved in because we're trading events and we have a very specific way to trade these events. I need to speak with my spouse or business partner. We all know that that's the biggest excuse everybody uses when they don't want to make a commitment. Can I do it? I'm not smart enough. I know that you are smart enough. Everybody can do this. It's just a question of practicing, not rushing. And that's why, you know, what we're doing, it'll last until you cancel. It's $199 and then you can keep it going as long as you want. If you love it after the first month, you keep going for 99 bucks a month. If you hate it, all you've invested is $199. It's a very inexpensive way to figure out if this type of trading is for you. I'm not successful enough. I need more experience. Well, everybody always needs more experience and more practice. It's what you have to do. If you want to be a good trader, whatever system you do, you've got to practice and you've got to take the time to learn how to do it. I still need time to think about it. Okay, no problem. You've got until Friday at midnight. That's fine. How much one on one time will I receive? I think everybody that knows us, all you have to do is you can ask questions until the cows come home in the trade room. I never leave a room until all the questions are answered. I don't think I've ever left someone hanging for information. If you know me, I will answer all your questions and make sure that you have everything you need. I'd like a breakdown of what I'll learn throughout the program. If you absolutely want to see a breakdown, send me an email, help@10minutetrades.com, and just write in the note breakdown, and I'll send you our challenge workbook, which is an educational overview of everything we teach when we teach in one of our challenges. So no problem. How long will it take? So everybody's different, right? Some people it takes a month or 2 months or 6 months to learn. What we recommend is take a few months to practice, okay? You have to practice. That's the key. Don't start trading live in an hour, okay? Because it's you don't want to rush. There's always going to be a million trades coming down the road. Don't rush. Take your time to learn how to do it, all right? So that's what I would recommend for people. Don't rush and learn and don't force it until you're absolutely ready and understand how the system works, okay? You don't want to just start trading live in one day because you're not going to know how to do it. When will I make my money back? Everybody's different. Some people make their money back on their first trade. Some people it takes months to make their money back. Some people trade fantastic. Everybody's different. Remember our DNA. Trade the best reports that give you the best opportunity for profits. The idea is to trade the reports that give you the best opportunities. Another question, I'm already doing it my way. Does it make sense to change? So we're not saying change. We're saying add another method to your system. That's all. You're just adding another methodology, another collection of ways that you can trade. That's the idea of what we're offering. And then, of course, what makes our program different? So for us, first of all, we're incredibly fairly priced. And then number two, it's the amount of time that you have to spend watching the markets. Our whole concept is spend a less amount of time watching the markets. We trade on a schedule. We know when these events take place. So you do your education and then you trade on a schedule. That's the idea of how we are doing it. All right. So one payment, folks, 199 www.10mtplus.com. Let me show you one more trade to end this on a nice trade that was in July. All right. So I'll show you. How about I'll show you a retail trade that we took with a completely different kind of way that we trade. So we have a trade set up called the trap trade. And it's when we expect the market to reverse and we actually make our money when the market changes direction. So what we do is we put orders above the current market, we put orders below the current market, and if the market goes up, we sell. If the market goes down, we buy. US retail news, the market shot up, it reversed because we expected it to reverse. And when the trade was over, we made money on that reversal. And sometimes it takes time. You notice it went up before we made our money. And then it reversed and pulled back, and we made $260 on that trade. Honestly, I left money on the table because it kept going down. Look at that. Had I stayed in longer, I could have had an even nicer trade. Sometimes there's reasons why you might get out sooner. There was a high of day that we were a little bit concerned it might get challenged. But the point is another nice winning trade, completely different kind of setup, a reversal trade setup, because a lot of times news reversals change direction. Okay. And it's exactly like what Tracy's saying. Many of our trades are 8:30 Eastern time. We have trades in the evening for Australia. Next week, one of our favorite events is the Australian wage price report. It's a 9:30 Eastern time trade. So people in England and overseas can trade that. It's their daytime. So there's many trades that are afternoon Eastern time US. Not everything is like 9 o'clock in the morning or 9:30 when markets open. Trades are spaced out all through the various days and weeks. So folks, we really just wanted to take this opportunity to give you this what we think is a really great opportunity to get back into our system. If you've, a lot of people have been with us. Maybe they left for whatever reason. Kids were going to school, kids were going to college. You wanted to spend time with your family. This is a great time to come back and join us again for a very, very fair price. www.10mtplus.com. One payment of $199 and then $99 a month. All right. So does anybody have any questions? I wanted to just thank everybody for spending time with me today. I really appreciate it. Don't forget all the things that you get. Now, it says 6 months of the software, but you get to keep the software as part of that $99 per month fee. So you're not paying extra for the software after 6 months. All you have to do is just keep the subscription active and you get everything. So we just decided to include the software in this offer. So really it should say 12-month software because we're giving 12 months of the daily market movers. But really it doesn't end. If you keep the subscription alive, you still get the daily market movers, you still get the software, you still get the trade room. So all you have to do is keep the subscription. That's the key. All right? And you get all the bonus classes, the earnings classes, etc. So everybody, instead of just making a video, sending out the video and saying, "Hey, thanks for coming to the trade room. This is how we did over the past couple of weeks." We wanted to open this up so that you could come into our trade room, starting tomorrow. If you get this paid, you could get into the trade room tomorrow and start learning right away because there's going to be some good trades coming up every month that you want to learn how to trade so you could take advantage of appointment-based trading. I love trading this way. It's a fantastic way to trade. Any questions before we go? I want to thank everybody for watching. I know I have a lot of regular users here. So, Ronald, keep in mind there are no trade room hours. We go into our trade room on a schedule. Now, we keep the trade room open, so if people want to hang out and go in there and chat, but the trade room is open when we are trading. So, for instance, this is our schedule for this week. All right, this week happens to be kind of a quiet week because it's the middle of summer. We will be in our trade room at 5:40 tomorrow morning, trading UPS earnings. Then we'll be back in the late afternoon. Rivian has earnings, 3:50 for the API crude oil report, and then we'll finish at 9:15 p.m. for a Chinese report. So Ronald, there's no set hours for the trade room. It's based on our schedule, okay? That's how we deal with when we're in the trade room. But we do keep the room open. People can talk to each other. I don't close it. All right. But I'm just not there unless we have events to trade. Okay. So thanks everybody. Once again, I can't imagine why everybody doesn't do this for 199 bucks. It's a fantastic way to learn about everything that we do. Um, Take some trades if you're super experienced. I do recommend, even if you're super experienced, learn the system. You could start by trading micros, you could start by trading sim. I never jump into a new system trading live. I always want to be careful and just make sure I understand everything that's going on. But we really had such a great, great month in July, and August is starting out just as well because we already started out in August with a fantastic Amazon trade. I mean, it's already starting. We've got some great events coming up this week. Our schedule looks very interesting for this coming week. Next week, I know that we have one of my favorite reports. We have Disney earnings this week. We've got Alibaba. We have CPI, one of our family money trades, one of the most important trades. The WASD report is Friday. University of Michigan. So there's every week there's always interesting, exciting events that offer profit opportunities. And we want to teach you how to do this in the best possible way to be able to make money trading the news. And that means knowing which reports to trade, why you might want to trade that specific report. So that's why we're offering this at such a fantastic price. So folks, I think I've beat you over the head with the deal. 199 one-time payment, then 99 a month, www.10mtplus.com. I want to thank everybody for watching. I don't see any other questions. So thanks everybody. So can it be traded effectively on TOS or TradeStation? So Ronald, you would not be able to use our software. You would have to set up your own brackets. It's not going to be as effective as using our software and trading with NinjaTrader because our software does give you an edge. We do have many members that don't use NinjaTrader and don't use our software and use a tremendous amount of our education to come up with their own ways of trading. So it all depends upon how you are as a trader, Ronald, because we offer lots of setups and lots of education that you can trade your own way. And that's something that, that we take pride in. It's really a lot of education that we're offering besides the specifics of our system. Okay? So everybody, thanks for coming. I really appreciate your spending time with me today, and I'll see you all in the trade room. Take care, everyone, and www.10mtplus.com. I'll see you soon. Have a great day, everybody.